Hi there, Prairie Plantgirl here. I am working out a new flower bed here, and I wanted to show you some of the plants that I'm putting in it. I just got a huge order in from Botanist, and I am so excited to get these plants in the ground. I've worked the soil and fixed it all up, bought a couple of plants in town here, and I also had a few that I was going to use that I was saving from the space. So I'm going to give you a little view of what I'm going to work on here today and some of the plants that I bought, and we'll get them all on the ground. So this is the first little part of the garden when you come into the backyard. So it's what you see as you come up the path and around the corner of the house, and I just felt that it just needed a little bit more. So I've worked up the soil, and I have some hydrangeas. You can see there's one there, and there's going to be one over there, and I put a fountain in the center for a bit of a focal point. And then this area gets mostly shade throughout a lot of the day. The hydrangeas should be on the edges enough to get some sun, but the rest, a lot of it will be in shade, so I'm hoping it works out. I also had some Hepatica. These were in this space already. I had the tags, so I stuck them here so I didn't forget what it was when I dug it out of the ground. There was no leaves yet. So that's the Hepatica that I had. It's a nice spring ephemeral. It'll come up, bloom, and disappear back into the ground quite often. But so I had those, so I dug them out of this area and put them in pots while I was working the soil. And I also had some shooting stars, so there's a couple there. And I had, I believe that's a little mouse ears hosta there, so it's just peeking out, but again, I dug it up while it was early spring and stuck it in the pot. Then I had a huge order from Botanist. They're out of BC, and they sent, most of the plants came in bare root, so there's two Tiarella there. And when these plants came in, it was very cold, windy, wet. So I just planted them up into little pots, and they've just been waiting. So there's two Tiarella. That one hasn't broken through the ground yet, but all the roots look good, so I'm sure it will. And there's 3 Trillium here. So they should grow up and fill that area in quite nicely there. And as you come around, there's the Helleborus right there. And then I have Trillium kind of going around the fountain. And then in the back, you can see 2 larger pots. Those are Astilbe, and there's actually another one in behind that should grow up and kind of feather out around the edges of the fountain. There's Hosta, actually 2 Hostas, so one there and one there. They're quite large hostas, so they'll grow up and fill in that space there. And then that's also a hosta there, and some Cornus canadensis, nice little native dogwoods. And that one's an Astrantia. Sorry about the shadows, it's hard to get good lighting in this area. Like I said, it's mostly shade most of the day, but doesn't look like much now, but once I get those plants in the ground, and they'll probably take a good year to lay their roots in and get established. And then this should be a very nice, colorful little area as you come around the corner. So they say, you know, with perennials, the first year sleep, which means they're just down there, you can't really see what's going on, getting the roots established. Then second year creep, so they're slowly, you start to see a little bit more growth up top. And the third year leap. So that's what I'm expecting. It'll be about 3 years until this space is really really looking spectacular. Until then I might need to fill in once in a while with a few annuals, but that's my plan, and I'm going to try and get this planted up, and hopefully it all works out. So there, got it all planted up. I think it looks pretty great. Got the hydrangea there and the edge filled in with all the plantings. You can see I added a few larger rocks that I had. I just think they, as the plants fill in and kind of drape around them, I like that look. I also left the tags in because, like I said, these were just bare root plants, so until they get growing, that'll help me remember what I put where and I don't dig it up or plant something else on top of it. But I'd say overall it looks really good, and I can't wait to see these plants grow and take over the area. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.